Hey guys, thanks for stumbling upon my rant of the Heavy's philosophy. So yeah, I'm not making a new channel, I'll just keep it on my old account. By the way, that Highlander video is old, it's not my current team. So yeah, this is going to be a rant about the Heavy's philosophy, because the Heavy is a fairly interesting character. He's usually known as the joke of Team Fortress 2, whether it's the Pootis-man or his sandwich, but when you laugh at the Heavy, you're possibly laughing at Val's version of a person so depressed they are mentally decrepit and keep these silly habits to keep him company. I shall explain now why the Heavy is depressed and how he avoids his past. We first get a glance at Heavy's childhood by the comic Meet the Director. In page 4 he is interviewed. I will now use my terrible voice acting to try and create a sum up of his childhood, and I will include subtitles. This is an official comic, I just want to say. So let me just get this up again. Page 4. Okay. So the English accent will be the director, and the terrible Russian accent will be the Heavy. I was given your file. Let's talk about your childhood. Your father was a counter-revolutionary. When he was killed, you, your mother, and your sisters were deported to a North Siberian gulag. Paint me the picture. No. This is my gun. I like to shoot this gun. It's all you need to know. Your family only lived in that gulag for 3 months. In December 1941 it burned to the ground. All of the prisoners had escaped. All of the guards had been killed, tortured to death. I like to shoot this gun. Is all you need to know. Fine, tell me about the gun. And that's how Meet the Heavy starts, because he starts going about she weighs 150 blah blah blah. So the fact that the Heavy was put in a prison for 3 months could have easily hurt him emotionally. Then it burnt down. Whose fault could this have been? Well, in a number of the comics, all the people mention how they were constantly blowing up places, whether landmarks or not, in Team Blue and Team Red. This could have easily been the Blue-Red team, and he could have joined the opposing force to get revenge. Because when did they say that his family had survived? Then he mentioned how they were tortured. Heavy has a few lines like, "Cry some more," that he or other prisoners could have been saying to the guards as they were killing them. Now I will talk about Sasha, his minigun. When asked about his family, he ignores it. Or does he? He refers to his minigun instead. He could be replacing his possibly dead family with his minigun. Could I go even as far to say that that was the minigun who killed them? I doubt so, but it is a possibility. Could one of his sisters or mother be called Sasha? Or another one called Natasha, referring to another weapon the Heavy uses as a minigun? In the same comic, page 7, some of the team receive pictures of their family, but not the Heavy. Instead, he receives pictures of his home, not his family. The pictures also show that he has a bed for Sasha right next to his bed. The scout says, "That's pretty embarrassing," and the Heavy replies, "Yes, I must buy Sasha a better bed." As if he needs to pay his sorrows to his possibly deceased family by making their spirit rich and well looked after. He also talks to Sasha like a person. "You did well, kiss me," etc. Finally, about Sasha. The last thing about Sasha. In the Meet the Team video, Meet the Heavy, he is stroking his minigun and somehow he gets an impulse that someone has touched it that wasn't himself. Is he hearing Sasha talking, or is he just an incredibly accurate fingerprint spotter? By this he gets mad that someone has touched it. Is he trying to protect Sasha from the same faults? In his dialogue, the Heavy is constantly repeating, "I feel alive," or "I am alive." Once again, is Sasha talking to or through him? I have no idea. Possibly The Heavy is also annoyed at himself, for when he was younger he was smaller and couldn't defend himself, let alone his family. So now he's big, he constantly repeats, "You tiny man," or "I am giant," or "Why is this team full of tiny men?" Now to do with his sandwich. Now this is a typical sign of being depressed: eating. The Heavy friggin' loves his sandwich, so much that he eats it all the time. But what makes him big? Because you never see the Heavy training to be fitter, just eating. He always defends his sandwich. If you watch the Meet the Sandwich video, he is fighting off people trying to eat his sandwich. What's in this sandwich that we don't know about? So, have you been laughing at this poor mentally decrepit man? Fact is, we all have. So I hope you liked my video. It took me a while. Yeah, I found that I thought it was pretty interesting. I quite like making these videos, and a couple of people that I sent it to like them as well. So probably make same style ones. So yeah, see ya.